I wouldn't say I've been missing it much at all, Bob. Would have been my answer if I would have thought of it when Candy asked in our latest episode of Drop the Stones, what did I miss most about Christianity? And it kind of stumped me at first, and it stumped her when she asked it, because we were kind of going through a few of the things that we always thought we missed. We were talking about community. That's the big aspect of Christianity, the community. But comparing that to the community I have now, it wasn't anything that we really missed. That community we had back then, in our experience, was very judgmental, very tight. You had to act a certain way. You had to behave. You had to be in a box. You couldn't be authentic. And I think that's the biggest thing, is just the lack of authenticity in the community. We try to think about our kids and what we missed about having our kids in church and the fellowship that they had in their groups, and realizing that it was the same as the community we were having. They're just teaching these kids how to be judgmental and to feel superior when they got older. And realized that, no, probably not missing that much at all either. The teachings, did we miss any of the teachings? Well, if you take it as just a life lesson like a parable, yeah, maybe, because there's some decent lessons you can extract from the belief. But when you start attaching all the legalism and the dogma and the rules and regulations of following a faith, well, then, yeah, we didn't miss the teaching much at all, because all that other crap that got added on to be members and followers and adherents to the faith wasn't the greatest part about it. So in all essence, we really didn't miss much about our path on Christianity. We accept it. We kind of take it in as part of the experience of life, a learning experience. We use it as that to grow from it, to understand where we came from and how to kind of combat against that mindset and fight against control and manipulation in our lives and people trying to do that to us. So that's one thing we gained from that experience, but the actual experience itself, we don't miss a whole lot. So kind of check out the episode to see if you can think of anything that you truly miss about leaving the faith, if there is anything out there that you really miss. Because if you start thinking about it, you might realize that it wasn't that great of a thing either. It was an abusive relationship you were in, and there wasn't a whole lot of good that came from it, and any good that did come from it was probably based on bad things done. Kind of a makeup type thing. So check it out. The episode gets interesting. We go on a couple tangents to let you see behind the curtains of how we live and what our relationship's like in there. So that's a little bit of enjoyable. Check it out and have a blessed morning.